Hey everybody, this is Metatron.
And Pseudonym.
And we are here with Ethan Carter, the vanishing of said child.
Comma,
yes. To plunge into the boiling depths.
Yeah.
We had previously been having some audio troubles with this, and that's why there hasn't been an update for a little bit from Ethan Carter.
Yeah.
But another reason is because I just recently got promoted, and I've been training, and so I've been getting a lot of stuff in my brain, and lots of time. So I'm trying to figure out how to juggle that. But we should be back on track here pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
I could feel two kinds of darkness here in Red Creek Valley.
The dark kind and the
first
not
you
quite
walked
so dark
into,
kind.
then you locked
You know, that kind of
down.
grayish twilight
The other
time?
darkness was deeper,
Yeah, that
stickier,
darkness.
Yeah.
unknowable.
Sticky darkness.
You need to leave.
Yeah. Don't wade into boiling hot water either. Don't ever do that.
Yeah. Also, don't wade into sticky darkness.
Right, yeah.
I can't imagine that being any sorts of fun.
Yeah. If you go to like Yellowstone or that kind of thing, most of the time they'll have warning signs on the dangerous, hot springs that are there. But generally they're the ones that look clean because nothing can grow in that hot water. And so the ones that are all like algae infested and all that, those are the ones that it's probably safe for you to dip your body into. But
yeah, people are like, oh, bacteria. No, bacteria's important.
Yeah.
Bacteria helps us live.
Indeed.
But I did
But,
that wrong. I forgot to hold it.
Check with your local park ranger about where you're just supposed to put your delicate little body.
That could come across as very bound chicka bow wow.
Oh yeah. Well,
Excuse me, park ranger. Where should I put my delicate body?
Depending on your park ranger.
Yeah. I'd be a terrible park ranger. I'd be like inside that bear right over there.
I went to high school with a guy that's a legit park ranger now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I think my cousin was doing something like that in Germany, something like that. I'd
I'd shoot somebody to go camping in Germany. That would be fun.
Right. I'd just shoot somebody, so.
Right.
And then go camping in Germany.
Right. Or a better way to hide out than anywhere else.
Oh, returned pen holder.
Scattered accessories.
Oh, God. What am I missing? It's like freaking Sesame Street
I know.
for murderers.
I know. Or what's that show?
Don't touch me, I'm scared.
Yeah, Blue's Clues.
Oh, Blue's Clues. Same thing.
Yeah.
Actually, I've heard so much about Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Something. I thought it was Don't Touch Me, I'm Scared. I can't remember which, but I've heard a lot about it, but I haven't seen.
Oh yeah, it's
anything.
not that bad really, but it's if you're not expecting it.
Right.
Mom accidentally watched an episode of Venture Brothers the other day without knowing it. Brock Sampson had a bullwhip in his butt. She's like, "Oh, cartoons, great, wait." Because the last time.
This is totally what I remember from Sunday mornings.
Right. And then I went. She was like trying to talk to me about it later. She's like, so I watched a episode of that show you like.
Do we need to talk?
Right, yeah.
Are you okay?
Right. This is not Looney Tunes. Scissors.
Take the bloody scissors.
Yeah.
Just rub them all over your body.
Right.
Put
them in your pocket.
Okay, so he's a terrible detective because he's picking all of this shit up and putting it back. I wouldn't be surprised if he's like taking a bleach cloth to them and wiping them off so they're nice and shiny. Mm-hmm. Like you're very much screwing up the investigation. Yeah. Real bad.
Yeah, I read a thing about obtaining a private detective license, and mainly it's about how to not screw things up for real cops,
Yeah.
How to stay out of their way and
you're basically an accessory to the law.
Yeah.
You're trying to help the law to come to, justice.
Yeah.
You're not a vigilante.
Right.
You're not taking all of this on yourself and finding civilian justice, because that's what you are, in all honesty.
Right.
If you're a private detective, and this is alternative to a detective on the police force, then you're technically a citizen, not a police force.
Right.
And so you have to kind of abide by, you have to very much so abide by the law.
Yeah.
And so all of these detective stories don't.
Right.
I'm sorry, but all of your detective license would be revoked big time.
Yeah. Well, there's a famous, mystery author was asked about that at one point. Do I need a private detective license in order to really write, accurate murder mysteries? He says no. He says, A, don't write, accurate.
That'd be boring as shit.
Right. Yeah. 2, those classes are mainly about how to keep bookkeeping and how to charge people for money, for your services, and how to stay out of the way of, people that are legitimately trying to do good police work,
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, don't do that.
It's not as it's kind of like the idea that you become an archaeologist and all of a sudden you're Indiana Jones.
Right.
It's the same idea. They don't do that.
Right. Yeah.
No. Or like Laura Croft.
Yeah.
Like, technically, both of them are, what's the word? Not bounty, kind of.
Treasure hunter.
Treasure hunter, essentially.
Yeah.
Just leave me alone.
Just for historian's sake rather than money's sake, I guess.
Yeah. There's an interesting thing about, I was reading about the bust of Nefertiti that the museum where it's housed is not in Egypt. It's in a different, I forget where it's actually being held, Germany or somewhere.
Yeah.
And so some people went in and with a hacked Connect and took well, they tell people,
Like, we've watched this like 5 times and I still can't.
It's still super gross, First of all, it's harder to stab yourself in the neck than that.
I love how he just drops the axe and he just goes into this, you pose.
I know,
like, you stabbed yourself in the neck, you crazy kid.
Right, yeah. So this bust of Nefertiti, they'd gone in with like a hacked Connect system basically and took a super high resolution 3D scan of this bust and released that online so that anybody can, with a 3D printer can have a bust of Nefertiti. All that's well and good.
Right. There's always something.
Yeah. But, of course the museum is suing because that's our property, and the Egyptians are suing because they're like, obviously that's our property, and, the guy who, and it was these two artists, that had done this with a hacked Connect in order to do it. They took those image files to an anonymous person to convert them into this 3D image. Trouble is, this guy that they turned it over to is super secretive and nobody knows who he is and all that. And the scan is too good.
Wow.
And so what museums will often do with their sculptures and their 3D art is they'll take a 3D scan of it, super high quality 3D scan, just so they can repair things and do things they need to.
Yeah.
And so what we think really happened was that the museum's scan, 3D scan, was stolen.
Oh man.
Yeah.
See, that's not cool.
Well, I mean, it's better than Germany stealing Egypt's antiquities.
Right.
But
none of it is nice and good.
Right. Yeah. Copyright on ancient artifacts is
right.
Did.
Well, I figure it.
That is a bullfrog.
It
digesting.
infringes on Egypt's. What's the word?
culture.
No. Well, I'm talking about like their ability to create jobs and income and economy.
Right.
That's the one I'm looking for. It infringes on their economy essentially.
Right.
By taking something that is their history and making a profit for it off of it.
Yeah,
and it doesn't help them.
Right.
I'm very much I'm very picky about the whole cultural appropriation thing, and I'll go into that when we have more time in a different episode, I'm sure.
Right.
So get ready your hate lasers, guys, because I'll probably say a whole lot of things that a lot of people won't like, but
we'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I just like if they had it themselves and then they were able to lend it out to museums, that would be a different thing. But the fact that it is owned by a different
well, that's actually
country and
that's actually why mostly the reason why you can't take pictures in museums. They tell you it's to damage, to not damage art, but that damage is extremely minimal. It's barely even detectable.
Yeah.
What it is a copyright issue.
Oh yeah.
So somebody owns the copyright to the Mona Lisa. Somebody owns the copyright to Vermeer and all that, and so they.
Speaking of Vermeer, we're getting Vermeer, or we have Vermeer at the Nelson right now, and I want to go see it because it's the first time Vermeer is going to be in Kansas City. Yeah. There's also Rembrandt.
Yeah. Tickets are...
The man himself has risen from the grave and is here visiting Kansas City.
Yeah. We Dutch are not known for our barbecue, but we need real Kansas City barbecue.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody needs real Kansas City barbecue.
Indeed.
Okay, so we've played this so many times we know this by heart. But something that I'd like to say is some of the puzzles in this are not incredibly intuitive, and the game labels itself as an experience that doesn't hold your hand.
Yeah.
And while that's okay, make it a little bit easier in finding what you need.
Yeah. Game design is hard, but I have very little patience for just wandering around a game and not knowing what the crap I'm supposed to be doing. My fun level for that just drops like a stone. So
well, like if you guys weren't paying attention to the way it's spelled out Corvus, which is the word
the Raven
genre genus for Raven, which is something that had a little bit of impact in a previous puzzle. It wasn't an incredibly overarching idea, and I think that that's a problem. If you're going to have a puzzle like that, you need to have it
be a little more intuitive, or a little more
a little more in the story than it was.
Yeah.
So
definitely,
it could have been done better, to be honest. which I try to be with the way that I play things. Okay, there was one more. There it is.
It'd take a lot of moxie to just rear around in an old burned out fire.
Right? That's still burning.
Yeah.
Like, you are in a still burning place that has probably very little air, and what little is toxic.
Yeah.
Because let's be real.
Right. There's a human in it.
Yes, there is a crisp and tasty.
Yeah.
No?
That.
And something I've noticed throughout the game is that the earlier in the game, the more things that you have to do to get the soul story, basically. And because, like, in the beginning you had to do like 4 things, and then it just slowly over the course of time you have to do less things.
Yeah.
Like this one, you had to do absolutely nothing, and the one before it, you only had to do like 2 things, and
right.
So
yeah, we'll have to go to Brown's Irish Market at some point now that St. Patty's Day's over, and
right.
It's less crazy over there, but
yeah, I'm honestly not a huge St. Patrick's Day fan.
Yeah. Spread of Catholicism through Ireland. Yeah,
Grandpa,
great.
get away from
Well, and people don't even pay attention to the history or what it means to the Irish, or like what any of that meant to the Irish. Like any of the
to wake up, someone has to
the
suffer.
quarrels and all of the battles and the death and the bigotry and whatnot having to do with the fight between the Catholics and the Protestants and northern and
He's trying to wake up now.
mainland, essentially, Ireland, and people just don't realize what went on, and they just take it as another reason to drink, and I'm like, honestly, y'all don't need a reason to drink.
Yeah.
I can squeeze through.
Yep.
But I don't know. It just kind of rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah. What reminded me of that is Grandpa there is wearing a
hat
that you can get a good version of down there at Brown's Irish Market. A real Irish, a real wool, calf.
Sweet.
Yeah. Handmade in Ireland.
Nice.
They're nice. They're expensive.
Well, yeah.
but they're very nice. They're very high quality.
Sweet.
Get back!
Grandpa, get back. I'm just going to go ahead and light this.
Yeah. Also, don't stand in the gasoline if you're going to light it.
I knew he was lying. His pants are on fire.
Yeah.
This is some,
Oh, man. The reason that we find most burned bodies kind of curled up like that is because muscle is tense when they're cooked, not because they just lay down and try to fold up like that.
I'm sorry, but you cannot be like calm and serene when you're burning up.
Have you ever seen that Vietnam protester? You've seen
God.
that video? Yeah, he just kind of sits there through the whole thing. Yep. Well, that being a turbo badass, you can't,
Well, and we don't, I don't know if it was just he sat down and then doused himself and lit on, or like,
Prospero.
like, we don't know where his mindset was at. We don't know, like, what his
You're right.
pain,
You were too late.
ability was, if he'd taken anything beforehand.
I knew this story.
I would doubt it,
and
being
it was
a Buddhist,
as
but
much
you
as
never
it was
know.
mine, and it wasn't finished.
Or, like,
Not yet.
how quickly it burned him. Like, did he die from shock? Because it's quite a possibility.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know how quickly he died.
Yep.
And because his body was cooking, essentially, he stayed in position. who knows?
Yep.
Not exactly an issue I want to necessarily consider.
Right, yeah.
It's terrible.
Yes.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
Kind of an interesting piece of art there on the wall.
Yeah. It's basically he's plotting out his storylines, and it helps some people visually. Like to visualize it.
All over the place.
Which makes me want to punch all of these people in the dick, because I'm like, you.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
Why are you mistreating him for being creative?
Right.
Like, first of all children draw on the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you?
Honey?
Yeah.
Careful with that lamp. Damn.
Well, it's kind of a standard, writer's trick is to make a bookish type person, be a sympathetic character, so. Because the person reading it's probably going to be a bookish type person, and so they're going to be like, it's a shortcut to empathy.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
The
just,
Adventures of Paul Prospero.
But yeah,
especially
Where do you get
the
this
uncle
stuff?
and the brother.
Huh?
They're real
Would you get Travis out of here?
Yeah.
Please? Those pictures on walls. What the hell is that?
Especially Chad. I'm like, Chad, you deserve to be run over by a train. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a fucking faggot.
also you for being so easily swayed. You could have run forward.
Right.
Right there. You could have run forward and been fine.
Yeah.
What do we do?
But no, we're gonna die of smoke inhalation.
Mm-hmm.
One of the worst,
Oh, yeah.
I feel, ways to die is not being able to breathe.
Use LED lanterns anymore. Don't use the
I think
oil
that
ones.
this was set in like
An
the
earlier time.
70s. I think one of the pieces
Oh.
of paper we found had
Oh, really?
like 1970 something or 1960 something.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense then. Somebody made a joke about I forget. If a pianist is, a person that plays the piano, then a BJist is a person that plays
I can't go
the
yet. I have to
the
finish my
banjo.
story about you.
Banjo.
I wrote stories about everyone.
a BJist.
But wouldn't it be a beangist?
I can let go.
You can let go.
If you want to not make a BJ joke, sure.
I know, but I'm okay. I make my fair share of dick jokes, okay? But we're going on the pronunciation and spelling. It's piano. It's pianist. You're not. It's not pianist.
Right.
It's pianist.
Right.
So it would be banjist.
Yeah.
That's what it would be if you're
I don't
doing
know.
this to this
Right.
equals this kind of thing.
Yeah. It was mainly so I could make a BJ joke, but
Shut down.
right. Yeah. Because now's the perfect time to be doing that while we're having a huge emotional scene.
Having a child in a burning building after the last words that you idiot said to him was something terrible.
Yep.
Yeah, suck it, Chad.
Yeah. Go outside and feel your
Also suck it, Travis. You're on fire and you deserve to be.
Yeah. Maybe put down the axe for a second.
You right? Yeah, no. The first time this happened, I was like, whoa, that's it?
Yeah.
That's... Seriously, we're going to end on that note and then pan out to this beautiful, place by the lake, in front of Rivendell.
Right.
Like, no wonder the elves are sick of humans.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
Yeah. And actually, I was reading kind of a theory about that a little later, but but yeah, it was interesting.
So that that was The Vanishing of Ethan Carter.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Aren't we happy that we did that?
He didn't vanish, he just dies.
Yeah. The astronauts.
Yes, it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it was,
story.
Yeah.
And the visual, absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
I can't remember if there's nothing afterwards. So yeah, that was The Vanishing of Ethan Carter.
Indeed.
And I had a blast, even through all of the, I'm hoping that this one works out because we've had a lot of
replays
of our system errors on Ethan Carter. So.
Yeah. Let's hope this works.
Yeah, indeed. I guess it just didn't want to watch the end, I suppose.
Again, yeah.
Right.
Yep. Well, it should have been working the first time then.
Yeah, seriously. Just get it over with, like ripping off a Band-Aid.
Indeed.
So, all right. We will talk to you later.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more things like this in the future, or a different game if you have a different suggestion. What we got to play next, let us know, and share with your friends and family, and, etc.
Tell your grandma to call us because we need moral support after this.
Indeed, yep. So, we're a fan of grandmas here on the Buddy System.
Absolutely. We might need some chocolate chips and doilies here.
More chocolate chips than doilies. Really.
To help us cope with this.
Indeed. This has been Pseudonym.
And Metatron.
Catch us next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye. I always feel awkward when I do outros like that. I don't know why.
I know, me too. Outros and intros just kind of weird me out. I don't know why.